Hari Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyebhyo Namo Namaha. Om Shri Guru Charan Kamalebhyo Namo Namaha. Salutations and prostrations to the Lord. On this beautiful day, God has given us another opportunity to live and to enjoy His grace and the beauty of what this world has to offer. We are forever thankful, forever grateful, O Lord, for there are many times in our lives when we take all the blessings for granted. But every moment that you give us the opportunity to open our eyes and to see Mother Nature, to experience your grace, we realize that you're giving us another opportunity for us to rehash the great blessings which you have instilled in our lives. Devotees all, wherever you're logging in from this morning, please join with us, our family, the Shaanti Bhavan Mandir family, to celebrate life through the medium of Satsangh. This morning, on behalf of all of us present here, we say Jai Sitaram, Pranam, a pleasant good morning, and we do hope and pray that you will enjoy our little Satsangh. Happy Father's Day to all of our fathers, all the mothers who have played the role as fathers. Today we wish each and every one of you a blessed day. Let's all pray. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varde Kamarupani Vidya Arambham Karishami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. To our gurus, our teachers, let's bow. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma. Everybody, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. As we begin this morning, there is a beautiful kirtanam. When we think of Father and when we think of a fatherly figure, one looks at the great form of Raja Dasharath and Prabhu Shri Rama. Today we surrender to these beautiful incarnations of bliss, and let's try to pattern ourselves after their greatness and try to follow the teachings of these beautiful forms. Jai Jai Rama, Raghukula Rama. Today we say victory to that Rama which represents all of our fathers, the qualities which our fathers represent. Jai Jai Dasharath Rama. the beautiful bliss of the Sharatji, to that Rama we bow, reminding us that our children are our greatest assets of all. Jai Jai Rama Raghukul Rama Jai Jai Dasharath Rama from those mistakes and how we continue on the pathway of righteousness. To our fathers, let's continue to live up to the expectations of our children. Continue to be simple. Continue to be someone who is there as strength, wisdom, knowledge, love, compassion. And whenever you're called upon, at least try your very best to respond positively to the calls of your children. We're living in a very disturbed world where our children seems to be pulled away by this evil force that is called Maya. And very often our children are troubled. They end up in certain positions in their lives where they feel that there's a dark cloud hovering over their heads and there seems to be no light, no happiness. It is our duties and responsibilities to try to be strong, courageous, and give them the knowledge that they need that will help them to not make some of the mistakes again and again. Life is a learning process, and like children, like our mothers or our fathers, leaders all, we are all learning in the process daily. Happy Father's Day once again, and as Sri Ram would have told us, Maryada Purushottam Ram. We may not be perfect, we may be far from perfect, but the journey is to attain such perfection. Hari Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Prem se bolo Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Jai Sitaram devotees all, once again on behalf of myself, my family, on behalf of Pandit Raviji and his family, our dear Umaji, Brianna, our dear Kiran, and of course Umeshji. Pandit Umesh is with us this morning as well. On behalf of his family and all of us, along with our little new addition to our group, our new double play, learning in the process, our dear Mukeshji. This morning, my dear sisters and brothers, we bid each and every one of you our humble pranam. This morning, we just want to enjoy a few moments of devotion. Simply sit back. We're not going to keep you all too late this morning. It's Father's Day, the day we want to spend time with our fathers, right, Uma? Uma said that she's preparing a beautiful meal today for her dad. Brianna says she's taking her daddy out for a drive. Kiranji says he's going to have a cold one with his dad. I don't know what that means. And of course, I would like to spend some time, of course, Pandit Ravi and Pandit Umeshi, we would like to spend some time also with our children as well on this most auspicious day. This morning it's a delight to have my eldest one here, Nima, with me here. She's behind the cameras. This is why Brianna is here. It is such a beautiful day. Let's enjoy this day through the grace of God. As we begin our Havan this morning, we begin with these most beautiful prayers. O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto Thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. Thou art Sat Chit Anand. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptations and to control the mind. Free us
from egoism, lust, greed, anger, and hatred. Fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us hold Thee in all these names and forms. Let us serve Thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember Thee. Let us ever sing Thy glories. Let Thy name be forever on our lips. Let us abide in Thee forever and ever. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om.
In a universal way, we pray for happiness and peace for all. This morning as we begin our Havan, if you have your Havan ingredients and all your puja sarjam set up, please join with us this morning as we celebrate the remembrance from where we have come from, Agni. If you have your water, We'll start by reciting these beautiful mantras. We'll wash our hands, we'll sip the water, we'll wash our hands again, then we'll touch the various parts of our bodies. So if you have your water, please wash your hands. Om Hasta Prakshalanam Samarpayami Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Take the water in your right palm. When you hear the word Swaha, you'll sip the water. Om Amrito Pasaramasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pihanasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yashashri Mani Shri Shema Swaha. Wash your hands again. Om Hastu Prakshalanam Sarpayami Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. If you have the water in your left palm now, we'll touch the various parts of our body as we pray for good health. Om Vamani Hasvi Hastu Om Asurme Paramastu Om Akshurme Chakshurastu Om Karyone Shobhanastu Om Ahune Bhanastu Om Purvone Ojolastu Om Ashtani Nirangani Tashtamani Sahasantu. If you have your match, you may ignite Agni Deo as we begin our Havan to make our offerings to the Havan Kund. Om Bhura Bhuva Swaha. Om Bhura Bhuva Swaha. Yauriva Bhumana Prithaviva Varimuna Tasyaste Prithvi Devayajni Prishti Agnim Anadam Anaharihi. We bow to the Havan Kund. Om Shri Agni Devaya Namaha. Let's fan the fire together. Om Purvura Swaragani Pratijagani Tamishra Purite Samsire Amayamsha Asim Sarasti Adyurashmin Vishwadeva Yajamanashrasi Yadaha. We'll offer the first piece of hoop when Swaha is recited. Om Ayantari Divayavadama Jatavedaste Nidasva Varasva Cheda Varanaya Chasman Prajaya Prashuri Brahma Varchasena Anarina Samidhaya Swaha. Idam Agnaye Jatavedase Idam Rama. Second piece of hoop. Om Susamidhaya Chochise Grivanti Pranjodana Agnaye Jatavedase Swaha. Idam Agnaye Jatavedase Idam Rama. We'll offer a drop of ghee. Om Samidhaganindhuvasyata Gritevo Bhayatadikim Asmin Bhavya Jotana Swaha. Idam Agnaye Jatavedase Idam Rama. The final piece of hoop. Om Tantva Samirabhyangino Gritena Varhayamasi Brihashocharya Vishvaya Swaha. Idam Agnaye Angiyase Idam Rama. Now we'll offer ghee 5 Om Ayantaydvaya Namaha Jatavir Srinivasa Varasvachi Dhavaraya Chasman Prajaya Prachuri Brahmavarchasena Anadina Samidaya Swaha Idam Arnai Jadavir Idam Namaha Om Ayantaydvaya Namaha Jatavir Varasvachi Dhavaraya Chasman Prajaya Prashurhi Brahmavarchasena Anadina Samidhaya Swaha Idam Arnai Jatavedasi Idam Namaha Om Ayantaydvaya Namaha Jatavedasi Varasvachi Dhavaraya Chasman Prajaya Prashurhi Brahmavarchasena Anadina Samidhaya Swaha Idam Arnai Jatavedasi Idam Namaha Om Ayantaydvaya Namaha Jatavedasi Varasvachi Dhavaraya Chasman Prajaya Prashurhi Brahmavarchasena Anadina Samidhaya Swaha Idam Arnai Jatavedasi Idam Namaha Om Ayantaydvaya Namaha Jatavedasi Varasvachi Dhavaraya Chasman Prajaya Prashurhi Brahmavarchasena Anadina Samidhaya Swaha Idam Arnai Jatavedasi Idam Namaha. Now we'll take the water and we'll offer in all four directions, outside of the Havankund, of course, on the east, west, north and south. Om Adite Anuranyasva Om Advate Anuranyasva Om Saraswati Anuranyasva Om Dirivaya Savita Prasurvayam Patim Bhagaya Divyo Gandharvaketapu Ketana Puratu Vachaspati Vachana Swaha. You can offer the ghee again every time you hear Swaha. Om Agnaye Swaha Idam Agnaye Idam Namaha Om Somaya Swaha Idam Somaya Idam Namaha Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idam Namaha Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idam Namaha. Now if you have your samadhi along with some ghee and prasadam, you can mix everything together and make your offerings. Om Suryo Jyoti Jyoti Surya Swaha
Om Suryo Vacha
Jyoti Vacha Swaha Om Jyoti Surya Suryo Jyoti Swaha Om Sarvena Savitra Sadhulati Lingavajya Dushano Suryo Vitu Swaha Om Agni Jyoti Jyoti Agni Swaha Om Agni Vaishu Jyoti
स्वाहा ओम अग्नि ज्योति ज्योति अग्नि स्वाहा ओम सज्जति आसारिता सजुरालिंगवत्य जुषाण अग्निर्वेतु स्वाहा ओम भूर्णाय प्राणाय स्वाहा इयं अग्नाय प्राणाय इयं नमः ओम भूर्णाय अग्नाय स्वाहा इयं आग्नाय इयं नमः ओम स्वार्गाय ज्ञानाय स्वाहा इयं आदित्याय ज्ञानाय इयं नमः ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः वायुवादितेभ्य प्राणापानज्ञानेभ्य स्वाहा इयं अग्निः वायुवादितेभ्य प्राणापानज्ञानेभ्य इयं नमः
ओम श्री पृथ्वी माताय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री गं गणपतये नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री कलशवरुण देवाय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री लक्ष्मी माताय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री सरस्वती माताय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री दुर्गा माताय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री नवग्रह देवाय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री ब्रह्मदेवाय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री विष्णु देवाय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री हनुमताय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री रामदेवाय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री कृष्ण देवाय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री सर्वेभ्यो देवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा. As we join together in the recitation of the Gayatri Mantra, may there be happiness, peace and love in the entire world. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha Hiranyagarbhasamvartatagre Bhutasya Jatapatirekayase Saradhar Prithvivyam Muktimam Kashme Devaya Havisham Vidhimam Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha. Everyone, Purnahuti, of course, you will make 3 offerings. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudakshate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamivavashishyate. Om Sarvagare Purnam Swaha Om Sarvagare Purnam Swaha Om Sarvagare Purnam Swaha. And whatever you have left in the thali, you can empty everything in the Havan. Om Namah Shambhaya Cha Mayobhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraye Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivadayane Cha. And all of us will place our hands towards the direction of the Havan Kund. And today we all pray for long life, good health and prosperity. Om Vidamasi Vidamaidehi. Om Balamasi Balamaidehi. Om Tejorasi Tejormaidehi. Om Ojorasi Ojormaidehi. Om Manyorasi Manyormaidehi. Om Syahurasi Syahurmaidehi. We make our offering of our prasadam. This morning we would like to thank Mataji Shamu and family for sponsoring this morning's satsang. This is totally in remembrance of the celebration of the great father's life, Singh Mangal, Pitaji Mangal. Those of you who would have remembered him, this weekend he would have been celebrating his birthday. Today we would like to celebrate the great life of that great soul. On behalf of the family, they would like to thank all of you for your continuous support. Om Brahmar Param Brahmavi Brahmagano Brahmanahutam Brahmai Vitena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhinam. Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om. And of course you'll make a little bit of offering into the Havan Kund. Boliye prem se bolo Shri Agni Bhagwan ki Jai. And now we'll all join together in singing together beautiful praises of our Guru Dev. Guru Kripahi Kevala, Guru Kripahi Kevala. Everybody. Ram Jai Ram शांति 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 हरि ओम। बोलिए प्रेम से बोलो श्री गुरु भगवान की जय। Jai Sita Ram once again, devotees all, on behalf of all of us present here this morning. If you joined us a little bit late, we would like to say once again to all of our fathers and mothers who are playing the role, the vital, important role in our children's life. Happy, happy, happy Father's Day to all. You know, there are not a lot of songs that we can sing for fathers. Mothers get all the glorification, isn't it so? Any book you can open, you can find, you can pick, you can close your eyes, you can pick any song for mothers. But Father's Day, man, I tell you. But our fathers do love oldies, the olden songs. And one such song, it's a bhajan actually, I want to dedicate to all of our fathers. And the song says that whenever a child feels hopeless, feels lifeless, feels that the world has turned their eyes on me, the world, they have turned away from me, the child looks at the parents with great respect and honor and understands and should feel that no matter if the world is against me, I know my parents, mother and father, would love me forever. The song says, Nagadevata Trahima. The devotee sings to the Lord when the devotee felt as though his child was about to lose his life. Hey Shankara, if you're the Lord who protects, and if you're the Lord who holds on to his devotees and blesses them with the ability to live and to enjoy life, then today I have such faith in you that you will grant my child the life, the energy he or she needs. Nagadevata Trahima Pahima Nagadevata विष्णु को सैया पे सुलाने वाले, हे शंकर की कदे को सजाने वाले, नागदेवता राहिमा पाहिमा, नागदेवता राहिमा पाहिमा। कोमल कोमल अंग control, we may question, why now? Why did you have to go? Even if it's our children, we would question. But we have to accept life for what it is. But the mother and father holds on and says, oh Lord, we may not understand why, but we are guaranteed that they will be liberated in your abode. Sohe balak rohe mata sohe balak rohe mata ye kaisa anhiya ye vidhata ye balak hai तुम पालक हो प्राण दान दो जीवन दाता हे विष अमृत को पिलाने वाले हे भक्त को इलाज बचाने वाले everybody wherever you are, sing with me. May Shankara protect all of us. For fathers, once again, happy, happy Father's Day. Now our dear Uma and Brianna, there's an old song that our dear Vitaji taught all of us actually in our mandir when we were in the basement for Father's Day. And I sung a piece of this song for Mother's Day as well, because some of our mothers play the role also as a father. That strength, that energy, that force, she's also there in that form. And I dedicated that to our mothers as well, because there are times when we forget that aspect of life. Now, they're going to sing this song dedicated to all of our Naujawan fathers, firstly, and to all of our fathers out there. This song is especially for you all. Now, the song is talking about a little child wanting something. Nani, we want something. The children, they don't know what need is, they want. And there's a special dolly. You know the children like dollies, girls. Nowadays even boys like the dollies because they get to pull the head separated from the body now. This is their play. So this little dolly, this child wanted this dolly so bad. And she told her father, I don't care if you have to cross the oceans of life. I don't even care if you have to cross over this river and go to the other side. But I want you to promise me that you're going to bring this dolly home. Papa Jaldi Ajana. Today I ask of you, Dad, please grant me this one gift that I want.
We
पापा जल्दी आ जाओ, पापा जल्दी आ जाओ. Happy Father's Day. I'm sure as you're reflecting today on all the beautiful, cherished moments you would have spent with your child or your children, I know I can attest to this. I'm sure Paniravi, Umeshi, all of us can attest to this, that there are times when our child would say, probably late at night, they want something, and what we do? We go out of our way to go and get it. There's ice cream in the fridge, but they want the ice cream on the road, Mr. Softy. So you would go, and sometimes I used to drive. I would drive around the block and pull up in front of the man. So the man always thought I'm coming to rob him. So I always say, my dad, please hold on, let me get one ice cream before we pick it and kill me. This is some of the cherished memories we have with our children. Enjoy every moment. I remember when Nima was small, this is why I call her Chunky. I don't know how many people know that. She was very fat, chubby, she had cheeks. You could have bite this thing from a mile away. And I always used to call her Chunky, and that name stayed with her. So some of the moments that we remember, we reflect on, just like this song. The child wants this doll so bad, and she knows that mommy will say no, but she knows that he will go and get it. I would like to ask Kevin G now to come. Kevin says he's going to sing a special song to his father and all of our fathers. And the song is, of course, Tujhe Suraj Kaho Ya Chanda. Beautifully, he's going to dedicate to all of our fathers. Where our fathers hope and pray, we have the intent that our children, not only sons, don't get caught up in only sons, but our children, even daughters, will continue our legacy forever. सूरज कहो या चंदा, तुझे दीप कहो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा नाम बुलाना. तुझे सूरज कहो या चंदा, तुझे दीप कहो या तारा, मेरा नाम करे
का नया सहारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा। तुझे सूरज का हो या चंदा, गजदीप हो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा। तुझे सूरज का या चंदा, गजदीप हो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा। वाह, क्या बात कर, तुझे सूरज का हो या चंदा, really. Father prays that you will continue on that light, and of course the word has, sun into it in the lyrics, but please don't just constrain yourself to that one word. That word represents our children, sons and daughters, and the song reminds us that that light, the Father wants that light, the legacy of his family, of the lineage, the traits, the ethics, the values which they have instilled in us. They want that to continue on. Thank you so much. Happy Father's Day to all of our fathers. And I know, all of us know that every day is Father's Day, and Sanatan Dharma teaches us that every day is Father's Day. We understand that. But still, a day is put aside, which is beautiful for us to reflect and remember the importance of our fathers. We'll ask Umesh ji, before we listen to our brief katha for today, we'd like to ask Umesh to dedicate a special old-time Tan-style singing to all of our fathers.
Good morning to all the loving fathers, the Shaanti Bhavan Mandir, Manoj, Ravi. And my loving father, I want to wish all the loving fathers a very, very special happy Father's Day. Jai Jagat Janani Bhavani, oh Bhavani, hey Bhavani, oh Rama, Achal Vardhani. Jai Jagat Janani Bhavani, Jai Jagat Janani Bhavani, oh Bhavani, hey Bhavani, oh Rama, Achal Vardhani. Jai Jagat Janani Bhavani.
सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। बोलिए प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय। Today the Hindu world, the Western world, the Christian world, the Hindu world, every world, a part of the world you may belong to, we are celebrating Father's Day. And we reflect on this day. We reflect on our fathers, we reflect on what they mean, what they represent, the values, the characteristics, the personalities, and the list goes on what truly a father means to you and I. In our Katha today, our brief Katha we want to share with all of you, just to reminisce on the greatness of our fathers. And we have titled this Katha as the duties and responsibilities of our fathers. Now this scene that I'm going to bring is taken from, of course, Balkan of Ramcharitamanas. I'm just trying to find the pages here. I forgot my glasses home. So I'm hoping my Lord will help me here so that I can see these words properly. Now this is Balkan of Ramayana, where all of us know this scene. Last week we were looking at it when we were celebrating the life of Guruji. We were talking about the importance of Guru and the Shishya relationship. Now we know the story behind Raja Dasharatha, where he didn't have any children, and sometimes because of biological reasons or medical reasons, we're not afforded the opportunity to enjoy parenthood. But still, we play the role sometimes as a parent would play to a child. Dasharatha didn't have any children and he wanted to pass on his legacy. So what he did, he went to the Guru and he prayed. He surrendered to the Guru. And he surrendered to the Guru's advice. Upon hearing the words of the Guru reassured his faith and love. And the Guru said, if you trust me and if you have faith in me, then continue to pray and follow what I'm about to tell you. And Dasharatha followed it very carefully. And of course, he was blessed with 4 beautiful sons. Now, in today's world, when a child is born, take for example Uma, when you were born, I'm sure your dad probably, they call it cloud 9. So I don't know it 1 to 8 day, and I don't know it 10 to 20 day, but they call it cloud 9. where you're in cloud nine, you're in a special place, you're in a beautiful place, there's total excitement, total celebration. And sometimes we forget the responsibilities and duties, what we're supposed to do, and what we do, we start to celebrate in different ways. This morning we want to bring to our attention that whenever our children come into our life, it is our duties and our responsibilities to ensure that everything religiously is done for the welfare of our children. There are certain things we're supposed to do. Let's see, did Dashrath start the celebration? Did he call on everyone in Ayodhya to start the preparation? It is time to celebrate. No, he didn't. He realized that there were certain rites, ritualistic duties he had towards his children. Firstly, when a child is born, when a child is about to take its first meal, there is a special puja, prayer that is done. Dashrath did not forget of these rituals. Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram. Page 136 of Ramayana, let's all sing. Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Nandi Mukh जात करण सबकी हाथक धेनु बस नमनी नृप विप्रभा करी बोलो Swami Tulsidas ji tells us, Guru Vashisht kaha, gaye han kara, aaye dvij sahit nripdwar. Dashrath ji sent out an invitation to the Gurus, Vashisht ji, and he told the Guru that, O Lord, you were the one who were responsible for blessing me, for inspiring me, for reminding me that prayers are very much important for me to be blessed with children. And what he did, he called on the Guru and he says, please dictate to me, tell me through the scriptures what needs to be done for my children. And of course, Nandi Mukh Shraddha Kari Jat Karam Sabakin. Tulsidashi says that the first thing the Guru told to Dashrath ji, we must perform what is called the sanskars for these children. From the time we're conceived, these sanskars starts. And there are 16 of them, 16 rites, 16 religious merits that we perform during our lifetime. And if you cannot do so, then I pray that we will pay careful attention. Even us as parents, if we didn't do them, at least let's do them for the welfare of our children. When a child is about to take its first meal, there is a special sanskar that is performed. When the child is about to get his or her ears pierced, long ago the boys also used to get their ears pierced. There is a special shraddha, there is a special puja, there is a special rite that is performed, a sanskar that is performed for our children. Why? Because the father, the duty of the father is to ensure that his child is well cultured, well educated, and brought up with the conjunctions of our teachings in Satya Sanatan Vedic Dharma. Kachukat Divas Bite Yeh Bharti, in page 138 of Bhakand Ramcharitamanas, Jat na janiya din arurit, Nam karan kar avasar jani, Bhup boli pathai munagyani. Dashraji told the Guru, tell me what are the next steps that I need to do. The Guru reminded him, it is time for you to do the Nam Karan Sanskar, where we hold that child and we whisper these beautiful mantras and the name of that child into the ears of that little baby. And Tulsidas, she said that when Dashraji realized that he must do this, of course, he surrendered to the teachings of the Guru. Kari puja bhupati asbhasa, dhariya naam jo muni nirata. Kari puja bhupati asbhasa, dhariya naam jo muni nirata. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai इनके नाम अनेक अनुपा, मैं नृपका बधामिति अनुरूपा। इनके नाम अनेक अनुपा, मैं नृपका बधामिति अनुरूपा। श्री राम जय duties and responsibilities, we lead by examples. Kali Puja Bhupati Asabhasa. When the Guru came to the home, Dashrath bowed to him and says, Guruji, please direct me, instruct me what needs to be done. He shows tremendous love and respect to the Guru. The responsibilities lies on the backs of our parents. Dhariya naam jo muni guni rakha. He says, it is time to name my babies, my children. And I have firm faith in you, O Gurudev, that you're going to give them the most appropriate names. Our names are very important. My dear sisters and brothers, Indra ke naam aneka anupa, main nripa kahab swamati anurupa. The Guru looks at Dashrathji and says, Dashrathji, today you have given me a very difficult task to give your children names that will define to the world of whom these children are. But I will try my utmost best to do so, and do so with the teachings and the lessons and the instructions of our scriptures. Keep that in mind. Everything we do in Sanatana Vedic Dharma is dictated in our scriptures. It is how we comprehend it, it is how we read and understand it, and how we translate it, if it makes sense to us, into our lives. It is our duty to take care of our children. Vashishji instructed Dashrath that all of whatever you're doing today is going to help your child, is going to carve, is going to pave the pathway for this child, and is going to encourage and motivate this child to become someone great. Sometimes in life, our children don't remember these rich values which we instill in them, and they go hayward, they go astray, they go their own way. But it is our duties and responsibilities to do what is necessary. And don't just do it when they're small, but throughout their life, you must try to educate them what is right from what is wrong. When they were at a perfect age to be initiated in the Guru Ashram, Vashish Muni could have very well said, you know what, they are my boys, I am a king, they should be with me, I need to train them how to be kings. But Dashrath did not neglect his duties. He called on the Guru once again, and he says, Gurudev, it is time for my children to learn of our culture, our faith, our religion, and you are the most perfect person, fitted person to educate them with the knowledge that they need. Tulsidas, she writes, Balkan, page 142, Bhai Kumar Jabhi Sab Rata Din Jane O Guru Pitu Karmata. Bhai Kumar Jabhi Sab Rata Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram certain things that a parent might not be qualified or able to pass on to our children, the father or the mother, the parents, they turn to the Guru. Although many of us don't believe in Gurus, I am one who totally believes in the importance of our Gurus in our life. He turned to the Vashishti and he says, Gurudev, it is time for you to instruct my children of the knowledge of life. Bhai Kumar Jabahi Sabrata, all four brothers, Din Hachaneu Guru Pitu Karmata. He sent them along with the Guru to learn, to train them, They were initiated with that sacred thread. That thread that reminds them of the importance, the bond between the child and the Guru and God. And Guru Graha Kayu Padhan Ragurai Alpakala Vidya, whatever knowledge the Guru could have passed on, he did so to the best of his ability. We're told that these children were taught about modesty, about virtues, and they practiced whatever they were taught by the Guru, the knowledge taken from the Vedas, the Smritis, the Shrutis, the Puranas, all the scriptures. The Guru tried his best to pass down such knowledge that will help the child in his or her growth in life, and they practice whatever the Guru instructed them. Why did Dashrath do all of this? Because because of all the richness he may have owned, he may have had in his life, all the land, all the wealth, all the homes, all the money. Deha pranate priya kachunahi. Dashrath says, nothing means more to me but the welfare of my children. The most important asset to my life are my children. And these were the words spoken in Balkan, page 145, by Dashrath himself. So in concluding my part of my humble message to all of us today, we have duties, we have responsibilities. Baby born, don't jump and run and start celebrating 90 in the way we think 90 should be celebrated. That is not the way. That should be done later on in life. Don't worry about that yet. Do what is necessary. Giving the baby names, appropriate names, ensuring all the ritualistic activities are performed, are done. Prayers, very important. And after all would have been performed, little by little, and every stage of his life or her life, then you can go and celebrate, and you can do quote-unquote 9-day celebration. So our duties, our responsibilities, very, very important. Do not neglect them. I'll hand over to Pandit Raviji. He has a few words to share with us, and of course then we'll conclude this morning with an old-time song dedicated to all of our fathers. To all of you, all fathers and mothers, I bow to you. Continue to live on and do what is necessary for your children. Prem se bolo Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai.
Jai Shri Ram, and thank you, Panditji. First and foremost, I would like to extend a happy Father's Day to you and all the fathers of Shaanti Bhavan and all the fathers who are watching today. The theme of today is responsibility of the father. Today we saw Dashrath. He took on his responsibility. He performed the Garbhadan Puja, he performed the Pumsavan and the Jata Karana and so on and so forth. As our dear Panditji was saying, fathers have a certain responsibility in the lives of our children. And we're going to take another look, another example at a father that had some responsibilities and how he executed these responsibilities. We're told in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Daksha Prajapati, he wanted sons, and so he performed the Garbhadan Puja. See, you want sons? Some of us want sons, and we have to perform the Garbhadan Puja. If we don't perform these samskars, my fellow bhaktas, sometimes in our lives, later on in our lives, you know, the parents would call up the Pandits and say, Pandit, something's wrong with the kid. I don't know, maybe, can you check the book? And then the Pandits, as Pandits, we have the responsibility now to try to, you know, mitigate whatever situation is happening. Sometimes the child is born on the mool or ganda mool, and then later on in life things started happening. And when the child is 16 years of age, that's when the parents want to find out from the Pandit, how can we help this child? So Pandit Manoj was telling us, showing us one example of Dashrath. This is another example of Daksha Prajapati. And what did he do? Daksha Prajapati, he was a king also. And we're told in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Te cha pitra samadishta Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Prajasarge Drataratam Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Teja Pita Samadrishta Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Prajasarga Dritavatraha Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama 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 Narayana Sajojatru Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Yatra Sirasarativa Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama 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 Teja Pita Samadrishta. After Daksha Prajapati performed the Garbaran Puja and so on and so forth, we were told that he got some sons. He got kids. He performed the Jata Karana, the birth rituals of the children. And so, remember that Daksha Prajapati was a king. And we know kings do not really have to take on the responsibility of guiding their children. They have, they have the servants and the maids and so on and so forth. Nowadays, we have many kings in society. Nowadays, we have many kings in society because what? We have children come into the world and then we hand them over to the maids. We hand them over to the babysitter. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. However, we must take on the responsibility of performing certain rights for our children, of teaching our children certain responsibility, or pass on our culture onto our children. We are told, Daksha Prajapati Narayana Sarojagmur Yatra Siddhasa Purvajaha, that Daksha Prajapati himself, he approached his children and he said, "Come sons, let me teach you the ways." And what ways? He taught them the cultural ways. He taught them the Vedic ways. And this is what Panditji was saying today. King Dasharatha brought up his sons and he taught them the Vedic ways. All of our scriptures, all of our shastras, they've been telling us the same thing. Bring our children into the world. And as fathers, we have a certain responsibility. And what is that responsibility? To teach our children, to educate our children on our culture. And when we would have educated our children on our culture, my fellow Bhaktas, then there is nothing that will stop them. Then there is nothing at all that will stop our children from propelling forward and propelling to a better and brighter tomorrow. And this here, if we look deeper into the Srimad Bhagavatam, we would see many, many examples of how parents, of how father in particular, should take on his responsibility and duties. You know, to many children, the father is everything. To many children, the father is everything. And this one, Madhura Shakam, I should say, this teaches us when children are younger, they see their father as everything. They see them as sweet. They see them as the way they walk is sweet, the way they speak is sweet. And Lord is teaching us here. The poets is showing us here that if we want to be role models, we should be like Bhagwan. Everything of the Father should be sweet. The way we talk, the way we speak in our homes. You know, there's a word called Gagwai. You know, somebody speak to you, you speak to them that way. And then you expect your children to have good mannerism when they leave the house. We see people in the parking lot whooping their children because they're getting on the same way they're getting on at home. You know, whatever the young ones learn at home, they're going to take out in the street, they're going to take to the shopping malls and everywhere, and then we're going to be embarrassed. And then we're going to want to whoop them because we're going to fly in a rage. But if we follow this, Marudakshakam, we will see. Venu Madhura, Renu Madhura, Venu Madhura, Renu Madhura, Pani Madhura, Paro Madhura, Pani Madhura, Paro Madhura, Nityam Madhuram, Satsangh Madhuram, Madhuraripate Atilam Madhuram, Adharam Madhuram, Vadaram Madhuram, Nayatam Madhuram, Hasitam Madhuram, Hridayam Madhuram, Gamaram Madhuram, Madhuraripate Atilam Madhuram. Vacharam Madhuram, Saritam Madhuram, Vasaram Madhuram, Saritam Madhuram, Saritam Madhuram, Saritam Madhuram, Saritam Madhuram, Saritam And so when the child sees the father, Adharam Madhuram, that the face is sweet, the eye is sweet of the father. I'm pretty sure Babaji here, his kid sees him as the most handsome person in the whole world. As God, as everything in the whole world. There is nothing except him. And you know, my kids tell me every time, Dad, everything you do is so cute. I said, for real? If I lift my hand like that, it's cute. But in order for us to be good example to our children, my fellow Bhaktas, my fellow brothers and sisters, everything that we do should be cute and sweet to them. And this is what the Madhur Akshatam is saying. We must follow the Lord. Everything of the Lord is sweet. The eye is sweet. The mouth is sweet. The speech is sweet, particularly for fathers. Our speech should be sweet. You know, I've seen fathers, you know, when they walk, you don't think they're fathers. They fling up their hand and walk like this on the street. You know? And then we expect our kids to walk in a humble way. We are told that Gamanam Madhuram. Gamanam means the gait, the way you walk, the way the parents walk also should teach the children how to be proper and responsible citizens of society. So my fellow Bhaktas, my fellow brothers and sisters, today is Father's Day. We don't want to keep you any longer. I want to encourage every father out there, and I know all of you are responsible, but I want to encourage all of us to continue to take on this responsibility, continue to guide our young ones, continue to teach them in a certain way so that when they become older and when they become, we want them to become responsible products of society, responsible citizens of society, so that when we look at them, we would sit back, relax, and say, yes, I have done my job and I have executed my responsibility perfectly. Once again, thank you. and enjoy the rest of the Father's Day. To all fathers and to all mothers who are playing the role of a father, I would personally like to extend a happy Father's Day to my mother, because I grew up without a father. She was my dad and my mom. I would like to express happy Father's Day to all the fathers in my family, and also all the fathers in the Shaanti Bhavan family, and all those who are watching. Thank you once again, and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Prem Solo Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan Ki. Thank you so much, Mandir Ravi Ji, for your wonderful message today, reminding us all. The child asks his father, Dad, how much do you make an hour? The father says, Dad, son, I make $50 an hour. So the child says, Dad, can I borrow $50 from you? So the father says, here you go. Later on in the afternoon, when the father came home, the child was waiting for him by the door. And the child said, Dad, here's $50. Can I have 1 hour of your time?
Wow.
Beautifully said. Our children, as Aja would always tell us, our children need our presence, not presents, Presents. They need our presence, our time. That must be dedicated to them. So to all of our children, although we may not be the perfect of parents, but I'll be a trying. Have a little patience with me. When you all grew up, you call it, you don't say daddy, you say, what's up, boss? No, you say that? When you see that, what's up, bro? But this is the little play with our fathers and children, mothers also, that we have. To our dear Roma Prasad, donating $150 today in memory of her dad, her late dad, Ezrik, the senior Prasad. This is the father of Guptaji also. We want to wish Romaji the very best, and may her father's soul rest in peace. Kamla Prasad also is joining along with remembrance of their dear father, Ezrik, senior Prasad. Happy Father's Day. To the birthday celebrants today, our dear Dadaji Mangi, Uncle Mangi, Sharda Moti celebrating her 50th birthday, Randy Kumar Raghubir celebrating his birthday, Miroji will be celebrating his birthday, our dear Pitaji Jimmy, Uncle Jimmy, will be celebrating his birthday this coming week. Mataji Vidya from South Florida will be celebrating her birthday, and not forgetting someone very close to all of us, our very own Pandit Mohanji will be celebrating his birthday also. To Mataji Nalini Rambaros, remembering her husband, I'm sure that great father will always be missed. She's donating $100 today in his name. And also our dear the Mangal family, Mataji Shamwan family, donating $101 in remembrance of Uncle Mangi. One line of this song to all of our fathers. Let's all sing together. The greatest blessings we get is when we remember and love our parents. Le lo doai maa baap ki. Le lo doai maa baap ki. Sar se utri ki katri baap ki. Le lo doai maa baap ki. Sar se utri ki katri बाप की लो माँ की गोद में माँ की आँख खुली जब देखा बाप के कान्हे चले गोद में माँ की आँख खुली जब देखा बाप के कान्हे चले सेवा बड़ी न होगी कोई इन दोनों की सेवा से भरेगी इन दोनों की सेवा से भरेगी ले लो माँ की
prayer. I know our fathers, I know my father, and I know my father-in-law love their oldies tunes, when they taking a little, what do you call it, toops and all those things that you call it. They like to listen to their oldies, no problem. This old one we want to dedicate to all of our fathers today, wherever you are. Happy, happy, happy Father's Day. It's an old-time love song. चौदहवीं के चांद हो या आफताब हो, जो भी हो तुम खुदा की कसम लाजवाब हो। चौदहवीं का चांद हो या आफताब हो, जो भी हो तुम खुदा की कसम लाजवाब हो। चौदहवीं का चांद हो। जुल्फे है जैसे कांध पे बादल चुके हुए, आंखें है जैसे मेरे पायल भरे हुए, मस्ती है जिसमें प्यार की तुम वो शराब हो। चौदहवीं का चांद हो, चौदहवीं का चांद हो या आफताब हो, जो भी हो तुम खुदा की कसम लाजवाब हो। चौदहवीं का चांद हो। The olden days, the olden memories will always live on and be cherished forever. As we conclude today, once again, happy Father's Day to all. It is my honor now to ask our dear Umaji and Bree to lead us in the concluding universal peace prayer and of course the translation of that beautiful prayer. We pray for happiness, peace and love for all, and may your day be a beautiful day.
सर्व Let there be good to all. Let all be free from sickness. Let all see that which is good, and let none suffer. Let all be happy and fearless. Let there be sympathy for each other and success for all works and endeavors. Let there be prosperity to the King who protects the people every day, and also to the people. Let the bipeds and the quadrupeds be prosperous. Let there be peace in the heavens and in the three worlds. Let us and all other beings have peace everywhere. Creator and sustainer as thou art to the world. Thou encourage godliness and establish peace amongst the people. Who is my friend today, let him be in peace. And who is not my friend, let him also be in peace. Om peace, peace, peace.
Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Manoj cha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam and our dear Mooks and Nimanji behind the camera, and Kev joined us a little bit late today. We want to say thank you for joining us this morning. I want to say thank you for them for coming out and joining me this morning in our Satsangh. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And to all of our fathers, once again, happy Father's Day. Please join us back on Thursday evening, 7 p.m. where Panijai and his team from South Florida will be having our full moon Purnima Satnarayan Vrat Katha. So no satsang on Tuesday night, but on Thursday night, 7 p.m. live from South Florida, Panijai and his team. God bless all of us until we meet again. Boliye, Prem Solo, Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki, Sanatan Dharma Ki.